Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you are fine. Students, as you know that we have completed our lesson number 9, Beauty and the Beast, from our book, exercises and all that. So please open your workbook today. In workbook about Beauty and the Beast, we have multiple topics to be discussed today. The first topic is present participle. This one. You might be familiar with the term before, and definitely we are using it frequently, but we will learn something more about it today. Remember one thing, that present participles are words that ends with ing. Simple. This definition is more than sufficient. This one. Present participles are verbs ending with ing. Simple. So, obviously, this is very easy to detect the present participle in the given sentences. To create it, we use the base form of the verb and add ing. How? For example, the base form is eat. When we'll be adding ing, it will become eating. Sleep will become sleeping. Wait will become waiting. Cry will become crying. Like this. But important and a little bit tricky thing about present participle is that is its use. We use it to make continuous tense. We use it to make adjectives, and we use it as a verb as well. So here in this exercise, our concern is just to underline and identify the present participles, which are the verbs that ends with ing. Simple. Okay, keep your pencils in your hands to underline the present participle. The first is the boy picked up the crying child. B is we watched the boat sinking in the water. C is the laughing man danced on his toes. D is the rolling stone splashed into the water. And E is I heard an interesting story yesterday. So, as you can see that I have underlined the present participles. Like in A example, crying is the present participle. In B, sinking is the present participle. In C, laughing is the present participle. In D, rolling. And in E, interesting is the present participle. But as I have told you that the use is different. Sometimes present participles are used as continuous tense. For example, I am writing a letter. Here, writing is used as present continuous tense. Or if you will say that I am drinking the water or I am leaving the home. So, this is the different use of present participle. The other use which I told you is use as an adjective. As you know, girls, adjectives tells us about the quality of a noun. So in first example, crying child, here it is used as an adjective because child is the noun and crying is telling us more about that noun. Simple. Okay, similarly, we will come to the example C about the same context of present participle used as an adjective. The laughing man. Again, man is our noun and laughing is adding the quality of that noun. So this is used here as an adjective. Remember. Similarly, rolling stone. Again, stone is our noun and rolling is an adjective. It is used here as an adjective. Rolling is actually present participle but used as an adjective. Right? Now, The third use I told you, that used as a verb. For example, we watched the boat sinking in the water. Sinking is again a verb. This is used here as a verb. And in the last example as well, I heard an interesting story. Interesting is also used here as a verb. Understood? Students, there are much more details about present participles, but the few points which I just have told you, just keep them in your mind, that this is the base verb that ends with ing. Okay, come to the next page, please. This one, let me zoom in it. Right, students, again in this page we have two important topics to be discussed. The first is comparisons. Students, comparison means to compare one thing with another. But in English language, we call these comparisons simile. What do we call them? Simile. Right? So what is simile? Students, simile is a figure of speech. This is important definition. You need to write this definition in your notebooks as well as on the same page, so that you can remember whenever you do this activity. A figure of speech involving the comparison of one thing with another, thing of a different kind. For example, as blind as a bat. Right? Okay. Students, you are going to write this simile, this definition, right on your notebooks, as well as to this empty part of the book, so that whenever you open the book and do this activity, the definition should be in front of you. So what is simile? It is a figure of speech involving the comparison of one thing with another thing of a different kind. For example, as blind as a bat. So someone is some human being is as blind as a bat. So both are different in comparison. They both are different in nature, but they have similarity in some way. We can compare them. Got it? So what is the purpose of a simile? The question is, what is the purpose of a simile? It is used to give a spark to make our conversation more interesting, right? And similes are actually powerful tool for making language more creative. Either you are talking through a simile or you are writing it, it becomes more interesting when you use it. So there are some well-known comparisons. The first is as black as night. B is as cold as ice, as deaf as post, as flat as pancake, as graceful as swan, as red as rose or blood as well, as free as a bird or air as well, as fit as a fiddle. Students, you see, these all comparisons are somewhere around you. But now, from now onwards, you need to keep them in your mind as a comparing item. Okay? Similarly, again, here are new comparisons. Try completing them. And the pictures are available as well. As soft as butter, as brave as lion, as ripe as an apple, as hard as nail, as silly as goose, as regular as clock. So again, they are the comparisons of one thing to another thing of a different kind. Understood? So what do we call it? Simile. Don't forget the term. Okay. The other exercise, which is quite different, which is a completely a different topic, is question number 3. Now complete these. And what are they? Students, this is entirely a different topic. I need to write it here. You know, there are multiple kinds of noun. Many kinds of noun are here, right? The kind of a noun which we are going to discuss here is known as collective noun. What do we call it? Collective noun. What is collective noun? A collective noun is a word referring to a collection of things taken as a whole. As a whole. You can say they are the names for the collection or number of people. This is enough. I think this definition is enough. So what is collective noun? A collective noun is a word referring to a collection of things taken as a whole. For example, when we say a group of girls, or when I say class 4, so it means that I am talking to all of you at the same time. When I'll say class 4, keep silent. Or if I will say girls, keep silent. So it means that you all are the part of this sentence. Got it? So again, class 4 or girls, they are referring to group of people, isn't it? So let's proceed towards the exercise now. Then you will understand it more. Like this. A herd of cattle. Students, herd is a group of herbivore animals, right? So, then a flock of geese. Flock, we use the word flock for a group of birds. Then swarm of bees. Swarm is a word that we use for the group of insects. Okay. Then a shoal of fish. Shoal is a word that we use for the group of fishes. Then a bunch of roses. Remember that bunch is a word that we usually use for the group of smallish objects like grapes, like flowers, like keys and bananas as well. So you see a bunch of roses and a bunch of keys. Then F is a crowd of people. We use crowd word for the group of people. And a range of hills, yani consecutively you can see one hill and another as well. So students, these words are known as collective nouns. Why? Because they are representing the collection of things or collection of lots of people or things at the same time. I hope you have understood all 3 important activities that we discussed today. One was present participle, then we discussed about simile, then we talked about collective noun. Okay, students, this definition of collective noun and this definition of simile, you need to write on your notebooks as well as on your workbooks here. Why I'm asking you again and again to write it here, so that take this place or take this place, use this place, so that whenever you open this page, you should be knowing what are you doing here. You should know the topic name as well. Okay, then it will be definitely we are learning the second language. English is not our native language. We are learning English as a second language. So we should know the terms as they are required. Okay, students, this is all about today's class. I hope you have understood the topics. Inshallah, see you in next class. Till then, stay blessed. Goodbye.